Okay. All right, people are getting back. $45, $49, $52, $54, $56. Right, Inelia is back. Inelia, make sure you don't disconnect again.
That was hilarious. Reach 100 and I get kicked out.
Yes, so this is my doing. We usually get the large meeting add-on, but we've never gotten over 70 people ever, regardless of what we did.
Well, now you know the trick.
Yes, you know the trick. Don't get the add-on. All right, 98. 98. Let's see if it works. 99. 100.
100.
Come on.
101.
Oh, man. 102. 101, maybe? No, just 100.
Oh,
Did we upgrade it?
it says large meeting active.
Maybe just
Something
100 joined, huh?
We were at 101.
I don't see more people coming.
No, this is stuck at 100 right now.
Stuck at 100, yeah. I think it's kicking other people out, huh?
Yeah, let's see.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll log in real quick.
Yeah, Larry's gonna log in and see what happens.
Might bump us out, but
It'll be worth it.
Let's see if it kicks us out again.
You're going to log out? No.
Yeah, Larry's trying to log in to see what happens.
I think it says it can go up to 100 video participants and 10,000 attendees. Maybe if you turn off video?
No, I got the large meeting. 101 and 2
Oh,
and 3.
yes.
That's how instant manifestation works, folks.
All right, who's gonna do the intro today?
I think Inelia is going to do the intro today.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the call, everybody. We have individuals from all over the world. It's absolutely fantastic. And we have 117 participants so far, and the number's growing. Mainly, this call is going to tell you about, what was it going to tell you about? The Instant Manifestation Workshop. And I'm going to be giving you 2 items that you can start reusing right away. That's going to really start getting things moving. Because, well, one of the things that I mentioned in one of the emails is that we're manifesting all the time, like instant manifestation all the time. And there's a whole, I break down how this happens in the workshop. However, today, what I want to share with you is the 2 items that are, one of them is the why, right? Why do you want to manifest something? This is extremely important because if that why doesn't have enough energy behind it, it's not gonna get you through all the blocks and things that might be on the way to you getting what you want, okay? So your why has to be clean and clear and perfect. It's gonna be absolutely spot on. And here's some of the catch things that happens, okay? One of the things that I've seen a lot is people come to me and say, hey, I want to manifest, I don't know, a field, right?
Okay.
And he said, okay, great. Okay, manifest a field, do the exercises, and they do it. And then a year later say, you know, I've done all the exercises and I still haven't manifested a field. Says, okay, let's have a look at your why. Why do you want to manifest a field? Well, because this, and the other. Okay, and why that? Okay, because of this and this and the other, and this and this and the other. Eventually, most of them end up because it makes me happy. And that's good. If it makes you happy, right? Then you can imagine yourself happy in your field, and that's one of the tools that you use for manifestation. the feeling. And but often it doesn't happen. Why? Because happiness is a very fleeting energy. The person doesn't exist in happiness 24/7. Energies and emotions go up and down all the time. So if you're just focused on it's going to make me happy, it can't. So it doesn't come. So it has to be a reason that is more encompassing of your life. Okay. So, okay, I want to manifest a field. Why? Because I want to get a donkey.
Okay, that's a good why.
Okay, why do you want to get a donkey?
Hee-haw, hee-haw, because it makes a great noise.
Okay, why do you want that noise in your life?
Because it reminds me all the time that it's over there. I'm gonna go over and give it some attention, maybe pet it, maybe brush it, maybe clean the stall, give it some hay, give somebody a ride, watch the dogs go, what the heck? What is that dog? You know?
Okay, so that's really good why, right?
Not good enough. Not good enough.
And there's the thing. Very good point. And this is number 2. Why not now? If you want this thing so bad, why don't you have it already?
Exactly. Why don't you have it already?
Yeah. So why don't you have it already?
Because I have co-creators.
Right. That's a really good reason, right? He has co-creators. What else?
That's all.
Are you sure?
Yes.
If everybody here said, okay, go and get yourself a donkey, you would
I'd have one 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I disagree with the donkey.
There we go.
So that's a really good reason why not. Okay, you have co-creators. Okay, your friends, your family, your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, your parents, your children,
The
your pets.
souls you've orchestrated your experiences with,
Yes.
and what your plan is, and what you're wanting to do, and the things that would interfere with that. No matter how much you say why you want them, the real why you want is much deeper than that.
Yes.
You really want to do this thing you came here for, and that thing is going to send you the wrong direction. Maybe.
Probably. Yeah.
Maybe I'll open a business with donkey rides, and that's probably not a perfect outcome for what I have in mind for the rest of my life. It might interfere with it a little bit. The donkey ride business.
Yes. So yeah, those are the 2 things that are really, really important, and you have to really look into your co-creators here, okay? And you might say, well, they just have a person, but they're fine. They
let me do what I want.
Yeah, I can do what I want. They're fine with it, and but then you start trying to manifest this thing is not happening, and you're including them in it, okay? And that's when you start thinking, okay, so they say they want it too, or that I could have it. How come it's not happening here? So the other whys nots are programs that a person may be carrying. Either you can carry these programs, like you might have a program saying, well, if I'm too happy, I'm not going to grow or I'm going to become egotistical and selfish, I'm not going to be compassionate because I won't have any suffering in my life. And that's one of the programs, the negative programs from the power over others paradigm. Suffering is good for you and makes you grow. It doesn't. It's not good for you at all. As an example, if you have a brand new baby kitten, are you going to make it suffer so that it grows up to be a good kitten, a good cat? No, you're not. You're not going to beat it up and make it suffer or starve it or put it out in the cold. You're not going to do that because you know what's going to happen. It's going to be a miserable and traumatized and stumped growth, emotional growth and everything, a cat when it grows up. And that's exactly what happens to humans.
It's going to have a whole bunch of programs and limitations that are
exactly.
basically unnecessary and block it from
flourishing. Yeah.
Or maybe it'll overcome all of those things, but it ain't going to be a stronger cat, have scars and limps and all that stuff.
So the programs, okay, that's the other why not, the programs. So here you are, you have the tools, you went to ineliabenz.com, you grabbed the tools and you're processing your fear and your blocks and your firewalls and your barriers. And every time you tested, why don't I get this field? It's all clean and clear. And it's, what the hell's going on here? And the person says, yeah, go ahead, go and get that donkey, man. And it's like, okay.
Now there's no donkeys for sale anywhere.
Right. So the other person's got programs too. Okay. Even if they are saying, yeah, let's do it. They have programs running as well. They have firewalls and barriers and fears and stuff like that. So the fear might be, yeah, it's going to be great for the first week. You're going to brush it. Take care of them, yeah, you're going to brush it, clean its poop, and take it for walks and play with it and pet it and talk to it. And after a week, I'm going to get stuck with it and I'm going to have to take care of this massive animal.
They're
right?
little, honey. They're little.
So that's what happens, right? Co-creators, and it might be unconscious fears, or maybe there's like a unknown trauma from the physical body elemental of the other person who got kicked in the head by a donkey in a previous lifetime. And in this lifetime, they're perfectly fine with it, but they don't know that their physical body elemental has a trauma that's preventing this donkey from appearing in their lives.
Holy cow.
Right?
How about we get a cow instead?
So that's how it starts, right? And the tools that we're going to be teaching you in the workshop go through all that and how to dig in and really find the stuff, your whys, and also the why nots. Okay, so those are really important. Let's do like another example. Kara, do you have an example?
Ooh, so I got a good one.
Okay,
right.
okay.
I want to manifest a high frequency husband. For what it's worth, I've been working on this one for a while. Okay, so why don't I have it now? Well, I have lots of strong co-creators. In other words, it's gotta like love my sister, my tribe, my community. Gotta be supportive financially, emotionally, mentally. So why don't I have it now? Well, turns out I got some programs running and I separate my life around, okay, you're over here and my work is over there and my people are here. Yes, it doesn't work out so well. So why not now? Why now? Well, we got to process our stuff. And by having co-creators and allies, we can see sometimes the things we can't see. Like Ash the other day telling me, you might want to look into this, which I literally did not hear the words. I did not see the situation. And yeah, you're not alone. We're not alone. We don't co-create in isolation. So that's a personal example from my life. It might be a common one. I don't know. But yeah, it's a very interesting dynamic.
That's excellent. What about you, Ash?
Oh, well, I have a similar manifestation with the why not. So thinking about one of my manifestations that I want is to drop all my low frequency programs and be an elder of the human collective, be a wisdom keeper. Why not right now? I would say it would probably throw my whole life in upheaval because I couldn't play my limiting games anymore. You know, I couldn't be the smaller self. I would be my highest frequency, fully empowered, embodied self. So that would be why not? Because the thought of that, I'm like, oh my gosh, but what about work? And what about like all my life? What would happen?
So fear processing exercise on that one?
Yes, totally.
Brilliant. Larry, do you have any other examples of the whys?
Of the whys?
And the why nots, yeah. The donkey was his, by the way.
Yeah.
100%.
We all know about Larry wanting to get a donkey. Nobody wants him to.
Nope.
Well, we've been working on building a house on the res
Yeah.
and getting property there and
Mhm.
having a house of our own there on the res.
Yeah.
That's why we have a podcast, Driving to the Res,
Uh-huh.
because we're always driving to the res and we haven't got our house there yet.
Why not now?
Well, because we have co-creators who don't want us behind a paywall.
Mm.
Well, there's a fence at the line of the reservation now, and nobody that's not a resident is allowed on.
Mhm.
So if we're behind there, then our tribe can't come visit us
Yeah, that's true.
because everyone needs to be a resident.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
So-
strong suggestions. We couldn't visit you guys, and like, what's the fun in that? You know, we want to hang out at the Shaman Shack, and the Shaman Shack wants you too, and Guy wants you there. Guy is a pretty powerful co-creator, so yeah.
The why is important, right?
Mhm.
But the co-creators trump it.
They do. Yes.
And the orchestrations
Yeah.
you have in place, the higher importances, I guess, that you structured your life to be, they trump that. I mean,
They
you
do.
can force it,
Mhm.
but just because you have the will and the ability and the strength to force through what it is that you say you want doesn't mean you actually are going to be, you're going to be off your path if you're like not in alignment with what you're here to do, right?
Yeah.
So these are important things to realize. You could force anything to happen. I mean,
You can push
literally you
through.
go rob the bank to get the money to go buy a Ferrari, and you got a Ferrari, but you're going to be in jail. So that's not so great.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So
I have
Fred.
something to say.
Oh wait. Yeah. Starr.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
You know, I'm
Cool.
sitting here listening, and I just moved to Utah a year ago from California, just due to the low vibrational mess we have all found ourselves navigating. And I have to talk about it, just because I am stuck in my imagination. I'm stuck not being able to conjure up my imagination. Like these past 16 months, I have allowed it to change me. I am straddling a line between being bitter and angry and upset. So I just can't see, I really am struggling with why in its entirety, why put effort in, why allow an alignment to happen, knowing what just happened in the last 16 months, where I have no doubt in my mind anymore that there are beings controlling this realm. And so I am really in a hard place where I'm super stuck.
Honey.
Time out.
Right. So there's your key. Where you said it while you're in that state. You gave your power away, didn't you?
I
You're
most certainly
blaming others.
did.
You're blaming others. Whenever we blame the person or the beings or something else, we disempower ourselves. That's why you're stuck. You need to take that power back. There's nobody else creating your life, honey, just you and your co-creators. This planet, this what's going on right now, depends on how you feed yourself by taking care of yourself. What are you ingesting through your eyes, through your ears, through your mouth? What are you ingesting through your nose? That's the type of thing you have to take care of. You have to take care of your physical body. And you can't isolate yourself. Isolating yourself is the worst thing you can do right now, right? You have to find a tribe or tribes and stick with them. You have one here, right? This group, this call, this is a tribe all over the world. And if you feel yourself connected to all these people here, you're no longer going to be alone. But yeah, you need to stop blaming others, and then you're going to start feeling better. Because yeah, that's the other part of manifestation is you are the co-creator. You are the center of your universe, not anybody else's, but yours definitely. And you choose how you feel about what's happening around you. That's your choice. Another person in your exact same situation is smelling the roses, making a garden, enjoying their new life in Utah and stuff, looking out for new friends and planning for what's going to happen, when we're a lot less on the planet and seeing what we're going to do, creating, doing your good works, joined with others, right?
Researching with your buds.
Yes.
What are we gonna do, Fred, when the power goes out?
Right.
Hey, let's fix it now. And then maybe if it don't, it doesn't matter. That's all right. We're fixed.
Yeah. Does everybody understand how that works? Yeah. Thumbs up if you do. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I ask something kind of adjacent to that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Cara 2, maybe. You can call me Cara 2. I really feel that. I really feel and vibrate with what you're saying, Inelia. I think there's a space. I guess my question comes in, it's not about denying what's happening or not. If we're feeling sad or if we're feeling angry, that we can, with awareness and space, feel into it. Because what I feel is that if I just pretend like it's not there, then what I resist persists, right? It comes back even bigger. So how, it's just coming back to whatever it is, anger, fear, welcome here. And
you process it, but also you don't indulge in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we all have moments during the day when we look around, we go, oh my God. It's like, I can't stand this. This is just insanity, right?
Why would they want this?
Why this? Why are we co-creating this? Because we're doing it. We're the human collective. We're doing this. Why are we doing this? Why is there so much insanity here? And blah, 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 blah. And we start going into the spin and we are indulging. But if we're just feeling the sadness of our physical body, then the knowledge that all these people are extremely injured and they're going to be dying, yeah, that hurts, man. That really hurts. And you allow that to express.
Yeah.
But you don't indulge in it.
Yeah.
Right? At a larger collective sense, like that Cliff guy said, right? It's fatal, but it's not serious. Because, it's like, on the larger history of the universe, it's tinier than a blink of an eye, right? But to our own lives, yeah, of course we feel it, but don't indulge.
I love that. Indulge is just like, that is so, to feel it, to process it, and that's not indulging. And thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a huge difference between the two.
Can I just add something that I put in the chat and that I've heard other places, but I've heard you say it a lot, Inelia, too, is that part of not indulging in it is realizing that we're asking, does it belong? Is it mine? Is it relevant? That kind of stuff, too, because just because we're aware of a general sadness or sleepiness or sluggishness, it doesn't necessarily belong to us either. So I know you've said that a lot, and that's been really helpful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Kathleen. Indeed, we are not separate, like I said, co-creators, but also we are energetically linked to each other, to everybody on the planet. And yes, the job that people are getting are separating them from us. They're getting separated at an energetic level. But hell, we still love them. Like, if it was one of our daughters or sons or a spouse or parents, siblings, friends, we love them. Right? And that love doesn't just disappear and go away. We feel it, right? So it's that co-creation thing, right? It's that co-creation thing. We're part of it, but yeah, don't indulge. Allow it to exist, process it, and allow that to express. And remember that the emotions are what are the brick and mortar of manifestation, especially instant manifestation. Especially instant manifestation. We had an example here with our palace, right? Because you saw the emotion that I had on wanting to have my own bedroom and
your own bathroom.
my own bathroom.
I don't know.
We live at the Shaman Shack, and the Shaman Shack is an event center and somewhere where students would come to stay like a little while, and then so it's not really a home, right?
Well, it's comfortable.
It's comfortable, but it's not
a private residence.
No, it's not a private residence.
Community house, which
it's a
has its pluses, but
yeah,
I think if we had thought about it better, we might have made more than one bathroom.
Yes, we would have. We still may.
We still may.
But and then one day I got up and I thought, I'm done. I just don't want to live in a public place anymore. I want my own space. I want my own room. I want my own bathroom. You know, first world problems, hello. But still, right? I had enough. I just really, really wanted that. And then conversation came about and we started talking about building an extension, and I got so happy. I was over the moon about it, just over the moon. And then the conversation went on to, no, we can't build it. And I was like devastated. So the emotions, right? The emotions were very strong. Devastated. I didn't want to talk about it anymore. I didn't want to see it anymore and anything. And we had been trying to manifest a house on the res for like 4 years now. And the latest was a destination camper trailer, which are like a tiny home, but bigger. I think it's bigger than a tiny home.
It's a bit bigger than a tiny
Yeah,
home, probably.
Probably. It's a large space, but it's a trailer. And we were going to put it there, blocks, and so we could get our water and everything. And it's
I was trying to sneak it by our co-creators because they wouldn't even know it was there. It's like, look, ta-da!
But we talked about it, so of course everything stopped. They found out. And it was stuck in Port Angeles for like 3 weeks. It's something that you buy and somebody
just drive it.
Just,
we got a
they
driver.
just drive it. It's like, yeah. Anyways, Larry said, why don't we bring it here at the Shaman Shang, that you can have your own room and everything, your own space? And I said, okay, yeah, sure, let's do it. The guy called, so we called the guy, I can't remember how it went.
You said, yeah, and I said, okay, what better tell the driver.
Yeah.
Tell the driver in case he went to pick it up or something.
Yeah.
So we texted him. He said, oh, I'm getting it tomorrow morning.
I'll just drop it off there. And overnight, we had it. So instantly done, right? When you get aligned, when you get that alignment of why and why not, when you have that alignment, you get it. You get things like it happens instantly. And the why nots, very often is the timing's wrong. The timing is wrong. So yeah, we're going to be talking about in the workshop, we're going to be talking about all these tools and things that you can use to figure out your timing, what is your blocks, what are your firewalls, your co-creators, the whys and why nots, and then all these type of things with really depth. And when you're working with a group of individuals, of course, you have more eyes to see things. And also you have co-manifestors, people who really powerfully want you to get whatever it is that you said you want to get. And they might have resources, right? They say,
or abilities or skills.
Yeah. Hey, I live next door to a donkey sanctuary. They just brought in a baby. Whatever, Not in this case, because Larry's co-creators are very, very strongly against this thing. But
I'll wear them down,
in a different universe.
I'll wear them down. I'm just gonna start recruiting co-manifestors.
I support you.
All right, so over to Kara and
I just wanted to mention before we totally got off that other topic is you got to remember that right now we're co-manifesting two separate paradigm realities.
Yes.
So
important to remember this. Yes.
Select your co-creators who are creating the same reality that you're creating.
Want, right?
You need to disconnect in some way from the co-creators
energy
threads to you from the ones creating a different reality.
Exactly.
And you know who they are because they pick it themselves.
And it doesn't mean you're never going to talk to them again. It just means you don't include them in your co-creations.
Yes.
Right? That's what it means.
And including
you
them
can love them, spend time with them, hug them and kiss them and everything. It's like you can be with them and be their friend and be their son or their daughter or their parent or sibling, right? Really full on. And I would suggest you do, okay? Because I don't think they have much time left. But for your co-creations, you pick other people, okay? You pick other people who are high frequency. And this group that's forming for this workshop and the next one after that, and then one after that, these groups are those people who are there with you, with the tools, who are going to be your buddies in these manifestations. Very, very powerful. And that's what the next bit I think we had planned to do also. We're already gone past the half hour. Is I want to call into the co-manifestors that went to the live workshop, that when we recorded the workshop material, and I want to hear what their experience was with co-creators that are high frequency, awake, and doing the work. Okay, so Karen and Ash, can you take this on and pull people up and ask them what happened?
Absolutely. And it's such an important point because we don't create in isolation, right? And just so everyone knows, we started the instant manifestation workshop at the Shaman Shack. I think we signed up back in October of 2020, and it started instantly. And we actually physically met, some of us in January, and some of us did it remotely as well in March, February, March. And it's almost July, and we're still meeting as a group, and we're still co-creating together, and we're still supporting each other, because when we co-create with high frequency empowered individuals, it's a game changer for us as individuals, for us as a group, and the human collective. And it's an experience that is just amazing. So we have some of us on the call.
Yeah, I see. I'm going to start calling people out, but maybe if anybody feels inspired, I know some folks have mentioned that they wanted to share their experience, but we have Alex on the line, Bettina, Brenda, Juliana. There's a lot of people here, so I'm probably not seeing everybody.
Scrolling.
Martha, Michaela. We'd love to hear from you firsthand, just about that experience, exactly as Inelia said, in the co-creation of your manifestations through the instant manifestation workshop. Iris, I see you on the line as well.
I think it works better if you just name somebody from the top of your head.
Yeah, just
faster.
All right, Ileana's first.
Oh, thank you. Well, the experience was really, really nice. It's exactly what we were been talking about. Inelia been talking about the first half. It's just about the co-creation. It's just so incredible to have that support and have those allies with your manifestations. It's a lot. It's almost like imagining a room full of mirrors, and they're just reflecting like your why not, your whys, your all the things that you maybe not see in yourself or in what are you're supposed to create. And yeah, it can be overwhelming, right? Like it's all there, like, oh my God. But it's just amazing. I mean, if you are committed to do the work and manifest the things you want, you end up just really loving your co-creators and processing everything. It's just an amazing opportunity for you to dive in and get what you want.
Yes, thank you, Ileana. All right, Alex, how about you next?
All right. Hello, everybody. My experience with the instant manifestation workshop was pretty awesome, and it still is. I took this workshop very seriously. Like I work before joining the physical workshop, like 5-6 hours a day to process stuff and do all the classes and all the homework that we had. And it felt very powerful. It's very, very nice to work with people like that are aware of their actions and of what they are doing, and having multiple eyes looking at the same item is awesome. So I think I don't know, I have many takeaways, but if I were to say one of them is community and the ability to work with others and allowing others to help me and help them as well.
Yay, thank you, Alex. All right, Fred, you're up.
We see you, Fred.
Yay,
Well,
Fred!
I'm looking at one screen, but I'm talking and you're hearing me out of probably an alien screen right now.
Oh.
So
Can you
You
hear
know what?
him?
You can unmute over
We can
there.
hear him.
We can hear him.
Yep.
Oh wait, now we can't. You muted.
there. Can you hear me now?
Yes, and we see you. Yay, good job. Oh, one of you has to like put down the volume on your
Yeah, okay. Just talk.
Okay. Is it working now?
No.
Now.
Now.
Now. Okay. It's working. My experience here with the workshop, I don't have an answer for that. I came to I came here and we're experiencing it all together. I don't know, because I guess what's happening is I'm here with all my co-creators, and I guess in my life, like I like to keep things moving in different directions to keep them fresh and new. And what's happening is things are kind of co-creating probably around my feelings. Like I want to be with a community, and here I am with a community.
Good job.
And I want to work outside and also have my job. And guess what I'm doing? I have
Working
a job where I
outside.
barely have to work at all, and I get to work outside.
Speaking of which, there's a lot of wood needs stacked.
A lot of wood needs stacked. We can do that. And I wanted to be out. We co-created a place together out on the beach. And so a trailer came, and then I will have it out on the beach, and I'll be able to live out there, and people can come and be like my beach mates when we're on land. And what was that trailer? I got in my head, it's just like, oh, I want a solar trailer. Within 9 minutes, I found a trailer. I called the guy and he said, I'll sell it to you. And then I drove out and I bought it.
That's pretty,
For
pretty
Fred, that's
outstanding.
pretty extremely
It's fast.
Fast. That's
Yeah.
instant.
Normal
man.
of Fred's
Because I got
instant manifest of about a month or 3.
I got super excited about that one.
Yeah.
And so now that's at the beach, and people can put their stuff in it. And yeah.
Perfect.
So.
Thanks, Fred. All right. How about Iris? Iris is on the line as well. Could you share your experience?
Oh, yeah. Well, it was a question working with the group. How was it that was priceless, because that was kind of the key, right? Because I think we all I've been learning the tools and practicing the tools, using them for years, and but we don't see we have blind spots around quite a lot of stuff. And so working with co-creators that are very, very adept, right? We were working in a group of 4. I think we were 4, 4, and 5 or something like that. And working with the co-creators, to just really, and we had the formula, right? So we had all this detailed formula that we could work with and go down and find out where the holes were and the things that we wanted to manifest, or find out where things were weak, or where we had blocks, right, to process, where maybe we hadn't seen. And that still happens. That still is happening with often the same group of co-creators, right? Where you think you want something and you're running a program that you can't see, but they're very good at, and it can be the simplest thing, like, the barrier processing exercise, whatever. Yeah, and then, or just observing. And so I manifested some pretty amazing things that I don't think I would have been able to before. So
Some of those are, it'd be great to hear.
Well, one was the house, right? I wanted to move out of California. It seems like a lot of people, it seems like a trend. I'd lived there forever. I mean, born there, raised there, loved it. And just at a certain point, I thought, this is not sustainable. Things are going south. And, there's issues there. But then I couldn't seem to find, and I thought, well, I'd really like to live with this high frequency community, right? Or live in this high frequency community. But it's in this place that most Californians would think it rains there all the time. We have a lot of programs around it. And so there were a lot of buts and a lot of fears that I worked through, and I was able to work through them. When I did, the perfect thing manifested. And it was actually using a combination of the tools. And then the last thing that really slid it home was just observation. You know, so the tools are very simple and they work. And, but to be able to spot which one to use at any given time, it's really helpful to have eyes from the outside that are high frequency and very aware, looking in and helping you with that. So yeah, it was huge for me anyway, so.
Brilliant. What's the temperature right now in Spain?
Oh, it's perfect. We're having a heat wave.
102.
It's 102, right?
Yeah, I left all my most of my summer clothes behind, unfortunately, but it's just perfect. And I have just, I love where I ended up. And not just with this high frequency community, but I also landed in a place where I'm surrounded by high frequency people. And that was, and it just, you know, I saw after looking for months online, I just saw the place and it wasn't even 30 minutes or something. I said, yep, this one. And then I found out why the co-creators around me are doing just the things that I wanted to do, right? And the ones I've met are pretty high frequency. So yeah. So thank you.
Hello.
It's worth
Hello.
it.
And
Hello.
Is Fred trying to?
How about Nicolette? Do you want to go next?
I was like, no, she won't see me. I'm invisible. Yeah, I was taking some notes. I was like, so one of the things that really blows me away still, as we have created another little study group of this of this workshop with a few of the people from the workshop, is the I wrote it down, is like the exponential awareness that you get when you work with 18 co-creators, like your awareness, and it doesn't go times 18, it goes times 18 million. And it's like, you know, the right person saying exactly the right thing that you need to look at, you know, and then it's like, oh my gosh, why didn't I see that? And it's really amazing. It's really incredible. And the incredible online community that I found, yeah, through this workshop. Yeah, I mean, lots of things, lots of little things, actually, like every day, lots of things. I mean, my whole life basically is turning upside down because of that workshop. In a good way, in an incredibly good way, in a really super good way. I mean, I'm just so, I mean, I knew something was going to happen in January. I didn't know this was going to happen. So yeah, it's fantastic workshop, really. Thank you, guys.
thank you. And just checking in real quick with Elliot, do we still have time for a couple more?
Yeah, we can do one or two more.
Okay. How about Brenda? Brenda's on the line.
Hi, I was just thinking that I'm next. Well, for me, I think I have to agree with what has been shared so far about the co-creators. It's just amazing, especially if you, your tendency was, like in my case, my tendency was to be a lone wolf, even though I had like my online groups and stuff. But when it comes to manifesting stuff, I would do my work myself, you know, like kind of protecting it and me working on it. And it's so different when you actually share it with people that are working at the same level that you are, and they're at the same frequency, and they can actually look and see what I was, for example, in my case, I was not able to see. You know, sometimes it's hard, it's overwhelming because I tend to think that I'm right. But when you look at the item through the eyes of the other people, and they kindly make you see, because that's very important. It's in a kind way and in an empowering way. They make you see what you might not be seeing. It's super empowering. So that's a great. I think that, yeah, working with a group that understands the, the work that you're doing. It's like, it doesn't have, how can I say that? It's unvaluable, like,
Priceless.
priceless.
Valuable, priceless, unbelievable,
Incredible.
undescribable.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you. All right. I think we also have Martha on the line. Martha, can you share with us?
Can you guys hear me? I've heard that my volume isn't that great. You can hear me. Okay, cool. I just want to echo all my amazing IMW peeps. For me, it was this thought, I'll go to this workshop. I don't know why, but I think I should go. And then I was terrified to go because I thought Inelia was terrifying, but I went anyways. And oh my God, she's so wonderful. And everybody was so nice. And I have to say, I've never before been in a situation where I felt like I got everybody and they got me at some kind of fundamental level of what we were all trying to accomplish. It's sort of indescribable, but it's been spectacular and I can't recommend it enough. So do it.
Thank you, Martha. Thank you, everyone, all of our alumni for sharing. And I know there's some others that haven't shared today, but it's really just an incredible, indescribable experience. And we co-create it together.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we're putting so much of our energy and chi and focus into the co-creation of this live community workshop, because it is about other people. Manifestations come through other people, and we manifest together as a group. And the tools and the processes are all designed to help us figure this out. And we're much more effective when we do it together, because we're not alone.
Yeah. And now's the time, really. And, the new paradigm is not something, to quote you, Inelia, that's an external event, right? It's not something someone else is going to create for us. It's something we are creating. So why not create that together in an inspired way and be sure that we're creating in the most high frequency way and really in our full potential.
Absolutely. So I know we're coming up to the hour. Shall we run through some logistics?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, some of you have been asking about when, what's going on, what to expect. So if you go to our website, iBenzAcademy.com, and check out the Instant Manifestation Workshop page, we have an FAQ with a link to our calendar for the live community workshop. So this has the calendar of all the times when we're going to be meeting in lab groups. And lab groups are when we come together and look at our items and our tools and our processes together. And part of these labs are going to not only be with your students, your fellow co-creators, but also we have trained iBenz Academy facilitators who have been trained by Inelia herself to look at and guide through the process in a high frequency way. So some of the work you'll be doing by yourself, thinking about, what do I really want to manifest, right? We can't do that work for you. But when you come to the labs, we'll be looking at that together and seeing how can we tweak things, or what will make it more clear, or maybe identifying some of those blind spots that haven't seen, yourself. And those will be through live calls. And it's really important to attend those, because that co-creation part is an important aspect of the power behind this workshop. So check out the times, and also in addition to that, we're going to be having a lot of other exercises throughout the workshop as well, so that you're learning how to become an instant manifester and carrying that through long after the workshop completes.
Yeah, and just to add to it, the core of the material as well is through recorded lectures of Inelia's lectures, talking in depth, as she referenced before, about the instant manifestation process, as well as tools, aspects that you can use along the way. With it, we will have a live call with Inelia after those lectures to be able to have Q&A session each week. So once a week, we'll be on with Inelia and get to talk through what we're learning that week.
Yes, overall, the workshop is 2 months long. It's 8 weeks in total, and it's jam-packed with information. So we're going to get doing. It is called a workshop. So we are going to be working, But we're also going to have a lot of fun together, and we're going to really break through so much together. It's just incredible what we can co-create, and not just among like our lab teams, but even just the broader collective of the Instant Manifestation Workshop and all our co-creators on the planet. So it's really incredible. But 8 weeks of time. So check out the calendar if you're worried about work or how to integrate it into your life. Really take a look and see, what's important, what is a priority right now. And we do have some times for the live labs that are adjusted to be approachable depending, no matter where you are on the planet. So we are going to have folks sign up according to time zone, just so that we can make sure that everyone is able to participate. We don't want folks to have to join at like 2 a.m. or something. So, but it's really important to follow our schedule, do your homework, and it's just going to be incredible what benefit you'll gain from that. All right, I think that's it for logistics.
Let's ask a couple of questions.
Just use the code Inelia to get $5 off.
Inelia 21.
Oh, is it Inelia 21?
Yeah. Oh.
I've been telling everybody Inelia.
No, it's just Inelia. Yeah.
It's just me, I'm wrong.
All right, Ilya.
There was a question in the chat that was interesting, and I haven't seen this before, and it says, what about those of us who want to do the workshop but have not yet had time to complete the prerequisites?
Oh yeah, great question. So it's super important to do some of the prerequisites before you join: the fear processing exercise, the barriers class, and the firewalls class. These 3 are going to be included in the workshop package. So even if you've never done any of this before, you're going to be doing it during the workshop. Super important, because pretty much guaranteed some of those things might come up. But there is a long list of prerequisites for the workshop. Now, the reason why we put those there is because Inelia has spent the last 10 years going into great depth about the mechanics of reality, the universe, everything. So I highly, highly recommend that you check those out and do them before joining. You're going to get more out of the workshop if you complete those at least once. Even if you've already done them, we recommend you redo them again before the workshop, just so that you can gain more from it. That said, the workshop is a self-contained experience. The tools and the methodology that's presented here has not been presented anywhere else. It does build upon the foundation of Inelia's work, and that's why it's an advanced workshop. But the core basics: fear processing, barriers, firewalls. So you should at least have that within your wheelhouse and your toolkit, because that's going to be critical to the work that we're going to be doing together.
Also, by doing this prerequisite work, you show up more helpful to your co-creators because you can see. Yeah. So it is about you, but it's also about your co-creators.
Right. Some people have asked on the newsletter if it is an online workshop or do we have to travel. And I think the ladies already answered that it's going to be an online experience. So no excuses, you can do it from your home. And there are going to be live calls over the Zoom app.
We can't guarantee you won't be inspired though to gather with your tribe.
Especially
that'll be on your own accord, but
it's true.
You already talked about the live calls and how often they will happen. Somebody asked how long will they be, the labs and the live sessions with Inelia and you ladies?
So the labs are going to be an hour long, and the live calls with Inelia are 30 minutes every Saturday. But we're also going to have ongoing communications with all of our co-creators in the workshop through Telegram. So if you're brand new to Telegram, definitely join. It's going to be a requirement for the workshop, but also ineliabenz.com has an amazing channel. iBenz Academy has an amazing channel on Telegram, tons of information. But this is a key aspect to not only, bonding as a group, but also just sharing some of the homeworks and the exercises, and even just our experiences as we're going throughout the workshop. And it's something that we really think will benefit that community experience as we go throughout the labs and the live calls.
Awesome. I see you ladies already posted a link to the calendar on the chat, and we'll send those with the recording as well, for that. We've started a bit late because of me taking some time to manifest more participants, more room for the participants. So maybe we can do 10 more minutes, Inelia and ladies. All right. So let's open the line. If there are questions from the live audience about the instant manifestation workshop experience, something that we haven't yet addressed, or it's particular to your case, you can unmute and ask. Go ahead, Alan.
Yeah, basically, how do I manifest the 5,555 to join the class?
Well, you've already manifested $555 off.
Well, that I'd seen already. That I'd seen already. But yeah, but seriously, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be nice just to be able to go have the 5,000 instantly there. It's always a big. I know I see to clear the wealth lines. But that is probably from reading Inelia Benz, because who can get the house and the donkey and whatever you want to manifest if you don't have the money to buy it? You know what I mean?
Great question.
So here's the why. Why do you want it? And why don't you have it? This is what you got to look at.
Well, I had it before.
Okay. I have seen people from countries that you would think that have a culture of, oh my God, that's a year's wage. They turned up here and they spent way more because it's high. And it's like they worked their process. They had to do their firewalls and stuff. It's just you. It's not going to materialize without you doing the work, right? So you find your why, and then find your why not. Why don't you have it right now? Right? And then work on those, okay?
Thank you.
I also highly recommend doing the reconnecting with the spirit of money exercise, which you can find on ineliabenz.com. It's free. It's incredible. I personally have done it daily for months on end, and I can attest that my wealth lines drastically increased. But also the Clearing the Wealth Lines course is also one of the prerequisites for the workshop, or excuse me, no, it's not a prerequisite, but very relevant to the workshop. And that also has a lot of exercises around looking at wealth lines and co-creator. So your why not now? Reconnect with the spirit of money, clearing wealth lines.
All right, any more questions? You can unmute and ask them, or you can type them in the chat and we'll read
I just wanted to add a little bit of extra onto that. The thing to remember about this workshop and money and things like that is, often we use things to limit ourselves. Money is one of the ones that we use all the time to limit our choices, our actions, and where and what we do. So one of the other things besides maybe connecting with money is actually looking at, why are you using money to limit yourself? What is it do you really want to do an online workshop for 2 months, or do you really comfortable where you are and how you are? When you start digging into these whys and why nots, if you actually really look, you'll find you're using these things to limit you. And money is just one of many things, but it's one of the bigger things most people like to use.
Yeah.
So think about it like that too. And don't just think about
like
it
a tool.
Like,
yeah. A tool to limit ourselves.
A tool to limit yourself. Yeah.
So I see there's a question from Bayang in the chat. She says, is this the only workshop, or will there be more workshops at a later date? So we will be offering the Lone Wolf program indefinitely. So if you want to take the workshop, watch the lectures, do the homeworks on your own, that will be available on the website. But for right now, we're only planning the live experience in 2021 at this moment. That's our current plan. So right now, like, this is it for the workshop experience that will fully involve your co-creators. But, you know, things can change. As for now, that's our current plan.
And I think it's good to add too that registration for the workshop that begins July 3rd, registration ends July 2nd. So don't delay.
Ashley's asking on the chat if the students will be put into groups or will they have to form their own?
We'll be creating groups based off of time zones in order to
Right.
support the lab experience. But we'll all be together through the Q&A, also in the community through Telegram, but then the labs themselves will be split into 2 groups for time zones.
You're gonna have lots of tribes and tribes and within tribes.
Okay, we have someone with a number at their name that they have raised their hand. So go ahead, ask a question. 18, 16, 49, go ahead. Can you speak up? We can't hear you, can barely hear you.
Sorry. I just wanted to say, my name's Henry. I'm here in Victoria, and I just want to thank Inelia so much for everything she's done for us. For me, it's helped my life. I've seen you ever since ever. And yeah, thank you. And I love you.
You're very, very welcome. Mwah! Yeah, with this, thanks Larry too, because he made a co-creation of the human collective, put him in my path so that he could keep me alive, man.
Thank you, Larry.
All right, any other questions about the instant manifestation workshop? There was a question that we got on the email, like what's the difference between the lone wolf track and the live community track? And I think that's has been addressed, especially by the previous students, which I could paraphrase by saying we are better at seeing other people's problems and not our problems. So the mirrors, I know who said about it, Iliana said about the mirrors. So that's the experience of being within a community. It helps. Let's see. Yeah, I think we've answered everyone. In the chat, Marco says, is this workshop linked to the sexual energy manifestation class? Ladies?
That's one of the prerequisites. So we highly recommend that you take that. There will be a lecture that discusses ways in which our power is used for manifestation, and sexual energy is one of them. So taking that class will be a really great foundation to that lecture, which will go into depth about other aspects of that.
All right. Any more questions? And while I wait for somebody to ask questions, can you ladies post the link to the workshop in the chat for people to click to it if they want to, and again, the coupon code for the 555 discount. That'd be awesome.
Posting the link now.
Just a quick question about this coupon, actually. For how long is it valid?
It's valid until the workshop starts on July 3rd.
Okay, cool.
So that's like 7 days if my counting is right. Yeah. So in 7 days the coupon expires, but also the live workshop starts, and obviously no more students can be accepted at that point.
Yeah, but the lone wolf track is open still. That's why I was asking how long.
Okay. Oh, right. Yeah. Got it now. So I see why the question. Yes. So on the 2nd, the coupon expires for the lone wolf track as well. Tanya asks.
I don't think it expires on the lone wolf, does it?
Not sure the ladies could confirm that or not.
We had it expire on July 2nd once the workshop starts on the 3rd. So
Right.
even for the lone wolf track, that coupon will expire soon.
Got it.
Yeah, so don't look for excuses to wait. That's the point with expiring coupons. Act now. Tanya asks, are there payment plans not exist anymore?
So for payment plans, if you are based in the US, you can sign up for a payment plan through PayPal. I think you can also use like a PayPal credit. It's something that the PayPal service uses itself. I don't think it's available in all countries. There might be other countries that offer it, but that's a PayPal service. But we do offer credit cards and PayPal for payment.
Right. Also keep in mind that's offered per customer basis, and it's up to the PayPal if it shows up or not. So it's outside of the lady's control. Is there a max amount of people that can participate?
Ooh, good question. 1,000?
No, it's not going to happen.
It's like, wait a minute.
The group is going to be set so that there's that one-to-one contact and the capacity to really connect with your people. And so that's what's been designed for, really.
Yeah, so right now, we've designed the workshop to be intense small groups. And we have five facilitators to help support lab groups as we're going throughout the experience. And it'd be a great problem to have. We don't have that problem now in terms of we have too many students. But here's the thing. We have a vision of training people who are going through this workshop to become iBenz Academy facilitators. So that's something that can also be part of a manifestation and in co-creation if it's of interest. In other words, as an alumni, as a graduate of this program, you could potentially become a facilitator and help future students go through that same experience. It's exactly what we did with the first workshop as well, because it's not just us, like this is a co-creation and we need high frequency co-creators to help bring and co-create this information to the human collective.
And support more students through the process.
Exactly.
I have an interesting question in the chat from Juan Andres, if I got right. He says, we are a couple and we want to know if we can take the workshop together or we have to subscribe separately.
Oh, that's a good question.
I think I just saw Inelia's thumbs up.
Yeah, I think that as a couple, it's actually, I would suggest you do it together rather than do it separately, because you are your main co-creators. And then because it's online, you can do if you have children, you can take turns to taking the lectures or Q&As and the labs. But I would highly suggest you work as a team and figure it out together, because you are the most valuable co-creator within that relationship. So yeah, I would suggest you do the workshop together.
Yeah, so time to get the partners. You have 7 days. All right, well, we are 1 hour now with the 10 minutes delay from the beginning, and let's see, I see no more questions. We've answered everything we got through the email and the chat, so I'm going to open the line. So we say goodbye for now, and hopefully we'll see a lot of you on the workshop.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, thank you.
I thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, Inelia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Safe.
Have a nice day.
Bye. Brenda, Marta, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.